In a previous video, I did an unboxing of a gift set that I got from ThinkGeek, Doctor Who themed. There was a couple of silicone molds, a tea infuser, and something else, one or two other things. But in that video, I had said that I was going to use the silicone molds to make a cake. And what I plan on doing is I'm going to make a cake. And I wish I would have caught more of it on camera. But here's a little bit of what I've got. It turned out fairly well. My first attempt with the TARDIS molds with Angel Food Cake. And not real happy with how that turned out, but I just wanted to bake something in it. Fortunately, I have some time left. I just wanted to see how it would go if I baked something. On the other hand, I've got chocolate molds, probably pretty well cooled from the fridge. Went and got some chips, morsels if you will. Got some butterscotch, got some Premier White, and I got some semi-sweet chocolate. And what I did is I've got a double boiler, and I've melted down the morsels and put it in here. I've got the chocolate ones here, and hopefully they'll just peel right out of there. Ow, I got a feeling this is going to go flying. There we go. And we have a chocolate TARDIS. That's just an extra. Another chocolate TARDIS. Now for the Daleks. Nice. Oh. There we go. Here we go. 3 Daleks. I'm going to put these in a container back in the freezer. Kind of remove the flash around the edge of this one. When I handle them too much, they'll start melting again. There we go. Throw those in the freezer. So here we have it. I use the molds to make little Daleks. And originally I was going to put on top, but I think this will work out a lot better. I tried to space them out as best I could. And then I've got this that's going to go on top. It's just regular cake with blue food coloring baked into the larger molds. And I put some icing in between and some toothpicks to hold it together. But I'm not icing it, so I'm keeping it covered up. And now with the silicone mold, I took some water and colored some of it red, some blue, and I've been making little ice cubes slowly over the past couple of days. I started off just doing the blue, and I thought, no, I had some Dalek ice tray cubes in there. And I've got some extra TARDIS candies with leftover chocolate, butterscotch, and white chip morsels that I had. I don't want to waste it, so I made some little TARDISes. The butterscotch did not melt as easily. You can kind of see that's lumpy. It didn't form to the mold very well at all. So butterscotch is maybe don't bother. The other two did pretty good. White did really well. Chocolate did really well. Not perfect, but a lot better than the butterscotch. I used a double boiler to melt the morsels, the chocolate and whatnot, and poured them straight into the molds. A whole bag just about filled up the molds. It made like all $3 and 2 TARDISes. And then once I did that, I stuck them in the freezer to cool off and harden. Silicone can take the heat and the cold. The wonderful thing about it. And then once they were hardened, I'd pop them out, as you saw, and throw them in another container. And I kept those frozen or in the freezer to stay hard so they would melt. And then I just used regular cake mix and made the cake. I got some blue food coloring. I made one cake mix for the TARDIS, and the 2 molds don't hold an entire cake mix. So my son and I had a little, I used some muffin pans to make some cupcakes for my son and I. And again, the silicone mold can take the heat of the oven. It didn't bother at all. It was a bit of a pain in the butt to clean it up afterwards. I ended up having to use Q-tips to get in all the little corners and crevices, but it turned out very nice, very neat. And you know, as you saw, I used blue icing to put the 2 halves of the TARDIS together. Again, I just put a little food color in and some store-bought icing and used that, as you can see in the pictures. Put the extra on the cupcakes. We managed to take a few pictures before we gobbled it up. And the little light part that's supposed to be on top of the TARDIS broke off, so I stuck a candle there. Worked out good. But there's so many things you can do with those molds. Jellos, chocolates, cakes. I'd like to play with them more, but they weren't mine. They were cleaned up and given as a gift. So thank you for watching this video. Maybe it gave you some ideas. If you like it, please give it a thumbs up and keep on keeping on.